How are you?
Good. How are you? I'm taking a video of you doing that later.
I'm loving this dynamic already. What's happening? First two episodes off the bat, it's just such a great dynamic between Clint and Kate. And I was curious how their dynamic compares to your in real life dynamic on set. What was that like?
I think we're doing it.
Yeah.
We're doing it now. It's okay.
Focus.
Sorry. Spraying some holiday cheer here.
Oh my God. We had such a good time, finding what this dynamic was. It's a lot of different things. Kate and Clint go through a lot. It's a huge evolution in a rather short period of time. And the two of us were really thrown into the deep end right away. So we were kind of figuring things out on the run.
I love that. So Jeremy, I mean, being, the OG Hawkeye, if you could go back, your first day on set, you step on as Hawkeye, what would you tell yourself that first day on set?
I took it in an idea that I learned from Tom Cruise to treat these things that require action like a sport and to train in that way. I mean, she actually did that, and I did it in a different way. But it's treating it like it's a separate part of acting and storytelling, and that's one thing that I'm actually proud that I stuck with. But it's a proper thing to do if you want to do your own stunts, and we're in a job where our characters are very kind of boots on the ground, pragmatic. We're not flying around doing stuff. So I think that would be very important. That's just something that I'm glad I still do that stick with that while I can until I'm Grandpa Hawkeye. Grandpa Hawkeye.
You're not Grandpa.
I'm not Grandpa yet.
No, don't know.
No.
Good for you.
It's going everywhere.
There's a lot of inspiration from the Matt Fraction run of the Hawkeye comics, which are so funny and just delightful to read. Hailee, was there anything that really stood out to you about Kate in those comics that you really wanted to pull from or insert into your portrayal?
Ooh, yeah. I mean, I anytime you have any kind of source material, it's always super fun to go into it and see what you can sort of use to inform, the work that you ultimately do. And it was fun to sort of, it felt like a real collaboration between myself and the filmmakers involved, picking those sort of elements of Kate in the comics. And I think that wit is there. The banter between the two of them is absolutely there. And I loved that. I felt like, there are a lot of little nods to that in our show from the comics.
Rogers the Musical was incredible. I think that just cracked everybody up. And their highlighted song was I Can Do This All Day. What is the name of the song that you think would headline Hawkeye the Musical?
Just can't seem to miss.
So there's a lot of people coming into the Marvel Universe. A lot of things have just been announced. Is there anyone that comes to mind when you see those announcements who you're like, oh man, I really hope Hawkeye get to cross paths with She-Hulk, Moon Knight, Yelena? Anything comes to mind?
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, no. I mean, all of it, but then not. I think about it. The world is so vast, and there's so many spinning plates and moving parts to this whole thing. I don't certainly want to insert myself and personalize it just to me. I think I'm more of a fanboy and all this to watch it and also just be a part of it. I certainly don't futurize. I know the idea, like it's like the show What If, we're all zombies now, and whatever it might be. Yeah, I mean that always cry. I think that's great too, because even for storytelling, people would bring up the idea of well, who's in New York? While we're in there, like, can't you just stop by and go get Doctor Strange, or maybe the Fantastic Four comes sweeping in? But isn't that awesome, right? That the audience can actually really participate in that, or have that sort of become a dream or wish list, or maybe a potential reality. Who knows? But I think that's what's the coolest thing about the MCU. This is even just in the Disney Plus side of it, the streaming side. It's really quite expansive, isn't it?
Possibilities are endless. Yeah. And Jeremy, just to wrap it up, being this OG Avenger to get this solo story, what was the number one question or goal that you had coming into this show that you really wanted answered? Because there are a lot of unanswered questions about Hawkeye.
I don't think there's something that I personally wanted answered. I think I wanted to explore. We had 6 hours to explore. There's a lot of things too that I think there's things as him exploring is him ultimately being able to share with audiences. The death of Natasha. That's hard to sort of explore without having another character around to, you know what I mean? It's a difficult space, and maybe not the lead story point that you want to be telling. I really wanted to explore all the things that I believe that I liked about Clint, and I think they're all expressed through this all the way throughout. And then with all the new characters that come in our show, I think a lot of them, especially Kate, makes a better version of Clint. And it helps heal him. It makes, you know, I think it's a beautiful, cathartic relationship.
Excellent answer. And I am out of time. I love the show so much. I cannot wait to see where it goes. Congrats.
Yeah,
Thank
yeah.
you.